I'm Rob.
And I'm Louie.
And this is Sam & Max. This time it's virtual VR review.
By Barefoot Gaming.
Louie, heard of Sam & Max before?
I have. I used to play it when I was just a wee little mite.
Yeah, and what's different now than it was?
Whole extra dimension. Like a third dimension.
And it's in virtual reality.
That's true. It's in that too.
There's that. Now this game is kind of set up as a series of mini games. You have to know that going in. It isn't really set up like, I mean, it couldn't be a point and click.
It's not your traditional Sam & Max puzzle solver.
No, the voices are still going to be like in your face.
Yep.
The attitude, the personality. But if you're going into this expecting this to be like the old 2D games with a long story where you have to do lots of puzzling.
Yep.
That's not it.
And if you like the old games and how glitchy really old games used to be, you're in for a treat.
So $30 US, 34 Canadian. Louis, I want some pros, I want some cons. Do you recommend this game or not? Go.
Well, obviously my first pro, it's frickin' Sam & Max, man. I mean, I used to love these games when I was a kid, and to like chill out with them and have them right in front of my face and talking and being like, hey, you know, cook me a hot dog or get me a cup of joe. It was great. I mean, but then the tasks don't really stop, and that's my big con for this one. It's more like vacation simulator or job simulator than it is a Sam & Max game. I recommend it to people who really, really love Sam & Max or really love vacation or job simulators. But if you're not familiar with either of those, maybe this is a pass. What about you, Rob?
So I think you hit the nail on the head, but I really think the expectations going into this have to be set before you play this game. Now, do I think that there is fun to be had here? There is some fun to be had.
Yep.
But it is a collection of minigames. It's likened to Job Simulator more than anything else. You have like really cool voices. You have Sam & Max talking to you.
Yep.
They try to mix in some humor. A lot of the mechanics that they use, like throwing mechanics.
Which is a really great throwing mechanic if you hate throwing mechanics.
Is not implemented very well.
Yeah.
It's not like this is a really expensive game.
Yeah.
But I shouldn't have to preface it by saying, well, because it's not super expensive.
Yeah.
Honestly, I struggle the same way with Job Simulator and Vacation Simulator.
Yeah.
When they first came out, it was a neat genre. It was neat, like, oh, look what I can all do.
Yeah.
I'm past that now in VR, and I want more meat on my bones.
Yep.
In my games. So I don't recommend this. Not just because it was glitchy, sometimes it wouldn't let me teleport until I took the VR helmet off.
Yeah.
You know? Helmet.
Or we would get stuck in a certain spot where we just couldn't travel, and so we ducked down and all of a sudden it would let us travel. So maybe our problem is just being too tall?
Maybe. Like, beyond the glitchiness, even if that all gets resolved, I don't think there's enough, there isn't really enough replayability if you like playing, shooting targets and...
Yeah.
But that gets boring super fast.
Well, not only does it get boring, but I mean, the throwing part is so weird. Like, my best throws were from here to here. That's not how I throw things.
And that was the best way to throw. Otherwise, things went all over the place.
Yeah.
And you have to do it all the time.
Yeah.
I can't recommend it. I'm disappointed because it's got production value. The voice acting is very great. The quality of what you see looks wonderful and cartoonish.
Yeah, and you know, going back and pulling on my heartstrings of a game I played as a child. I mean, I love that until the gameplay wore me down too much. Yeah.
Tired of throwing? How about climbing? Tired of climbing? How about holding on to something?
Or playing Bop It with an inventor, and it's just kind of annoying and weird.
I don't want to play Bop It in VR. That's not what and yeah, it's a different mechanic to play and they can add humor to it, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's a review for Sam & Max.
This is virtual?
This time it's virtual.
I got it pretty close to right on the
did.
first try.
You did.
Pretty close.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. We love hearing from you, and if you have questions about this or anything else, leave them down below, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Talk to you later. See ya.